What's the deal? Is it bogus?
No, Adrienne, good morning, by the way, and happy Memorial Day. It's something, right? I mean, I'm going through the text right now. There are some spending caps. There are some spending reductions. You get rid of some of the IRS agents. There's some work requirements. It's certainly not the same bill that Republicans passed out of the House a month ago. Nobody rational expected it to be. I'm still going through the document. There's some stuff in there that the press is not paying attention to that could be really important to conservatives, including things called pay-go, which essentially says if an administration spends more money by making a rule change, it has to save that money someplace else. That could be a big deal for conservatives. And then also the issues about passing appropriations bills could be a good thing. So my guess is it's going to be a day at least before folks get a chance to go through this text to see if they really do like it or not.
You know, it feels like Y2K in a sense, you know, where we're all just waiting for something to happen on this fateful day. But then you look at the fact that, you know, Yellen, she first said that this deadline was going to be on June 1st. She moved it to June 5th. But in my research, there really is no particular day. It's up to various factors. If it's so arbitrary and it could be different, depending upon what happens and who you talk to, why is there so much panic?
There's so much panic because the press, this network notwithstanding, really loves ginning up stories, and they love scaremongering people. Anybody who's been through this more than once, and I've been through about 4 of these now, has been telling people on the press for the last 90 days that we're going to get a deal. We were never going to default. This is how it works all of the time. But there are some elements in the press, some elements in both parties who sort of set their hair on fire and go, oh my goodness, the world is going to end over this. The world was never going to end over this. Keep in mind, the dates that you just laid out are even more confusing than that, because when Janet Yellen started this process several months ago, she said it would be July or the end of June before we ran out of money. So there's folks in both parties who are wondering if she has any credibility. They don't know when the date is. But again, they were going to get a deal eventually, and it looks like they got one over the weekend. It remains to see if it can pass yet or not.
By presenting this bill, we all saw the haterade that was spilled in front of House Speaker Kevin McCarthy. But now is he in jeopardy of being unseated by Republicans, especially those on the far right, or is it too early to tell all that?
It's way too early to tell. A lot of that, Adrienne, will have to do with how Kevin conducted himself inside the family, inside the room, inside the meeting of the Republican caucus. Was he heavy-handed and top-down and said, this is how we're going to do it? If you don't like it, tough. Or did he allow something to percolate up from underneath? Keep in mind, Kevin, Patrick McHenry and Garrett Graves were his chief negotiators. They're 2 very highly regarded members of that Republican conference. So a lot of the answer to your question will depend on what has happened inside the family. It also depends on what happens as to whether or not some Republicans knew they were going to not get everything that they want. There are members of Congress in both parties who think that just because they're elected to Congress, they get to do whatever they want to do, and they don't understand the art of the compromise. It remains to be seen if folks on the far right and the far left, because there's folks in the progressive caucus who apparently don't like this either, recognize that they were never going to get everything they wanted in the first place. And that will say a lot about how both leaderships in both parties manage themselves going forward.
It'll be interesting. I'm just glad that they're working on it. Mick Mulvaney, thank you very much. Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.